Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Lars von Tienen from whentotrade.com. Today I want to give you a short update and review of one of the ideas I presented in my book Decoding the Hidden Market Rhythm, which was released in 2010, and I presented a system idea in October just of 2010 based off one idea. So one chapter is about energy cycles. Energy cycles and sentiments is very closely connected or interconnected with each other. And in one chapter I reveal one system which is based on energy cycles, which are very interesting because these cycles are based on the world's oldest computer, so to say, which was dated 150 before Christmas. So this is an interesting idea how to deal with cycles in the stock market today. So as it was published all in 2010, we have now one full year to review this up to today. And this simple idea, which I will reveal right now with you, has made 21% profit during the last year. So this is a real out of sample period with a system published in 2010, and it's a fixed cycles system, which is very simple here. So we have the performance report in now for this full last year, which is a nice 21% profit compared to the Dow Jones with I think around a 5%. So okay, what's behind this? To give you a short wrap up. So the system is based on sentiment cycles, which are based on a luni-solar calendar. And this information is derived from the Antikythera mechanism, which was found near the Greek island, and is dated 150 years before Christmas. So this is just a photo of this device, and this device holds a lot of cycles from celestial bodies from the moon, the sun, and the earth, and their relations, and it was used to forecast major events during this period where this device was built. So so to say, this is one of the world's oldest computers which use cycles to forecast events like the Olympic Games and other things based on cycles of the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun. So this is an area, if you want to dig in a little bit more, where you will find a lot of information. And so the luni-solar calendar plays an important role in our daily life. So it's also important to just think about what it means to trading and the stock market here. So this is the main background. And if you see the lunar-solar cycles in the meaning of complex physics and geomagnetics, it's quite important that you have the sun and the moon and the earth, these three planets, which interact together and which are very important for our life here on Earth. So from the sun there comes the energy cycle, sunspots, particles, which will come down to our Earth here, and we have the moon who also interacts with the Earth and the sun here. And both planets interact with our Earth via the magnetosphere. There are geomagnetic influences which come down based on these planets down to the Earth, which then impacts the ionosphere, and the ionosphere this will influence us here down on Earth as a human being, because this influences our brain and our heart, and so this influences our feelings and emotions. And there's a lot of medical research out there which gives proofs today that the influence from the geomagnetics, which comes from the sun and the moon down to the Earth here, influences our life and our feelings here on Earth. So this is the scene where you have to put together these informations from the luni-solar calendar, which is based on the world's first computer, based on the background of complex physics and geomagnetics, which we know today, and medical research, which gives us the information how our emotions are influenced by these cycles. So this is just the main background of these cycles. And what is it about? So the luni-solar calendar gives us information about the alignment of the moon, the sun, and the earth in the sky. So it's also called the Metonic cycle. What does it mean? Let's have a look just at the picture here on the right, which is what you will see in the sky from the Earth on June 26th in 1991. What we have here is we have full moon with the phase 100%. So this is the full moon here, the yellow dot, placed in the sky before the stars. And here's the star sign. And just the gray one is the shadow of the Earth. So this is the situation in the sky on 26th of June 1991. So the question is, when will you have exactly the same situation in the sky? So, when will Earth, Moon and Sun be in the exact same alignment in the sky again, if you take this date here? So this is a question we try to answer, and the answer comes from the Metonic cycle. It's exactly 19 years. So on the left you see the situation on the 26th June 2010, 19 years afterwards, and we have exactly full moon. Here's the moon with the red dot. Here's the shadow of the Earth and placed before the stars, seen from the Earth. And if you compare these two pictures here, which is the perspective from the Earth, you see that the alignment of the Earth, the moon and the sun, as seen by the shadow of the Earth, is exactly the same. So, and this is an important cycle, because every 19 years you have the same alignment of these three stars in the skies. There are also two sub-cycles, the 11-year cycle and the 8-year cycle. So the stuff about the Metonic cycle, which is just very old stuff, but it's important if you think about what does it mean here for our living on the Earth, because if you know that the sun and the moon and the Earth is in the same alignment, you will know that the energy that will be influenced by these two planets via the magnetosphere and the ionosphere will still be the same. So you know we have a similar situation as 1911 or 8 years ago. So, and the simple system I just introduced in the year of 2010 is that if you want to derive trading information, you just use today, look back 19 years. What was it for a day 19 years ago? Was it an up day, a down day? So, and you just check the trading day 19 years ago, 11 years ago, and 8 years ago. And if all these three days in the past have been positive trading days, you will go long today. And vice versa. If these 3 years in the past have been negative years on the stock market, you would just go short today. So this is very simple information, and it's based on the fact that you will expect the same market behavior, because the emotions and the energy cycles and the energy grid in the sky is just the same out there. So we think that the feelings and the mood will just be the same as 1911 or 8 years ago. So this is just a very simple idea, but if you want to see what this idea gives us in trading, here's the answer. What you see here is 45 years of trading this static Metonic cycle. So it's a complete system which is very fixed, very stable, and not changed for the full period of 45 years. And what you have to keep in mind is that all trends are known 7 years ahead of time. So because you derive the trading information from what happened 8 years ago, 11 years ago, and 19 years ago. So from today on, based on this simple idea, we know every trade dates for the next 7 years and through the future. So the red line is the Dow Jones index, just from 1968 up to 2012 February, which is just today. You see this on a logarithmic scale, which is used if you analyze such long time frames. And the blue curve is the result from trading this simple Metonic system. This is the equity curve of this system here. And just keep in mind, the Metonic system is not a system which trades price today from technical indicators or something like that. It just uses these 3 cycles from the Metonic system and looks into the past, what happened in the past, and just decides if it goes long or short in the market here. This is a simple idea. Of course, I will explain it a little more in deep in my book and in the cycles webinar. So, but this is the short follow-up. And if you see just this equity curve here on for 45 years, and it's a straight upsloping line which just goes upwards as a straight line. And if you know about trading systems, that if you see an upsloping line on a logarithmic scale system, this is just like the ideal system itself. From the absolute points traded, it just outperforms 4 times the absolute Dow Jones index just by trading the past of the Dow Jones. So if you just look into the past and use this information from the Dow Jones index, this system outperforms the same index by a factor of 4. So this is just quite interesting, and if you're familiar with trading systems, you know what it means if you get an upsloping stable line equity curve for a period of 45 years on a daily system. And the system itself just consists of 10 to 12 lines of code and was just kept stable. No backward optimizing, no curve fitting, nothing, just the 3 Metonic cycles traded. So the system facts speak for themselves. This is the statistics just from 1968 to 2011, 43 years. The average performance had an plus 18% for the system. The Dow Jones for the same period just 7%. If you see the compounded average growth rate, which is much more important if you analyze trading systems, the system has a compounded average growth rate of 28% and the Dow just of 7%. So if you have a look at the year-end performance and just think about positive or negative years, so we have 29 years which had a positive result and just 14 years with a negative result, which means that we have around 70% of accuracy here. So a system with 70% accuracy by just trading the past of the Dow Jones is also quite nice information here. In total, it generated 1,450 trades for the full period, which averages around 30 trades a year or 3 trades a month. So the system's statistics are quite interesting here. And you can just zoom in a little bit. This is the performance of the last 10 years of this equity, and this is not the logarithmic scale, this is now linear scale, and you see again for the last 10 years it's a clean upsloping line here, and the outperformance is just quite clear. If you use the same starting point here, it again outperforms the Dow Jones index by just using the past. So what is even more interesting, if you do some cross-check and statistical analysis on these type of systems here. So this is here the original cycle systems, which you see on the left here. This is the equity curve for 45 years. This is not the logarithmic scale, so you see this exponential up-moving line on the logarithmic scale. This equals the upsloping line just upwards here. So this is the original trading system, just based on the 3 Metonic cycles, just trading the information from the past. If you just vary the 3 cycles by just using random numbers and not these 19, 11 and 8 years information, this is what the equity curve will look like. So I just did a short check and varied the 3 cycle lengths by just changing from 19, 11 and 8 years, and just to see what this cycle information would give us. And as you see here, there is no stable system equity curve you will get. So this is just wobbling around, or negative profit, or just here again moving up and down. So this is what you would expect by just trading randomly the market here. So if you see this equity curve, it speaks a clear message, this equity curve here. So even if you don't know the statistics or don't know at the system statistics, if you compare these equity curve to the other ones, which is quite exactly the same system, trading system, just based on other cyclic information, you know there is something behind these cycles here. So there must be something behind here. And yeah, what I just want to highlight in this short video here, that the year of 2011 is now the out of sample period, because you all look for information, have these systems and ideas just be formed after you published your system and all these questions, and this is the reason why I just compiled this video here. So the complete last year just gave us an equity of another 2,400 Dow Jones points. So the system change is measured in Dow Jones points, though the system trades around 2,400 Dow Jones index points, compared to a total Dow profit of around 640 points for the same period. So the Dow year end for 2011 was at 12,200, which equals a profit of 600 points, or a profit of 5%. And the simple system I outlined in 2010 just gave us over 2,000 points, which equals a performance compared to the Dow Jones index of over 20%. So it clearly outperforms. And just keep in mind, it's nothing more than trading the past of the Dow Jones based on these 3 cycles. So we have this out of sample profit here, just for you to review and to give you this information. The complete details for sure can be found in my book, Decoding the Hidden Market Rhythm, and in webinars and additional content I give out to the Cycles customers. So thanks for listening, and thanks for taking this wrap-up time here for me. Bye.